Okay guys, so I'm going to go ahead and start with our equivalence page that we're going to make. So what you're going to need to do is grab a plain sheet of paper. It doesn't have to be white, it can be a lined sheet of paper, it can be however you'd like it to be. So the first thing that you're going to do is fold it in half hamburger style, okay? So make that fold, and it doesn't have to be 100% perfect. This is just going to be a really nice way for you to learn your equivalents. Once you've got that fold, you're going to fold it again in half. Hamburger style. We're going to go hamburger all the way for this. So it's folded in half. Then you're going to go ahead and fold in half again. And lastly, fold it again. Alright, so you've got this tiny little square when you're finished. So that's a total of 4 folds. Once you're finished, you'll go ahead and unfold it. So now you've got a paper with 16 little squares in it, okay? You've got 16 squares. They're evenly sized, and they are all over that sheet of paper. This is when your markers or colored pencils come in, okay? Alright guys, so I've got my colored pencils, markers, I'm using markers, sorry. So you're going to want a couple different colors for this activity. So with your first color, you're going to go ahead and outline the whole sheet in that color. And make sure that if you're using Sharpies, you don't draw on Mom's table. She won't like that. Okay, so this is really light, but I can't help it. I'll pick a better color next time. But what you're going to do is this is going to represent your dry measuring. So 16 tablespoons, make sure you use your abbreviation, equals 1 cup. Okay? Then you're going to go ahead and cap that marker and move on to the next one. So I've got green. I'm going to go ahead and do a half a cup. And a half a cup has 8 tablespoons in it. So I'm going to go ahead and outline. Dang, these are not great markers for this. I wonder if this side's better. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, so half a cup. Go ahead and outline a half a cup, and then you're going to write it down. So 8 tablespoons equals 1/2 cup. Cap it, go on to the next color. So we're going to do a 1/4 of a cup next. So go ahead and outline your 1/4 of a cup. That is going to be 4 tablespoons. So 4 tablespoons equals 1/4 cup. Okay? Make sure you're labeling it in the color that you're using. Now we're going to do an 1/8 of a cup. This is not a standard size measuring. So it's really important that you know what this is in case you come across a recipe that says 1/8 cup. So 1/8 cup is equal to 2 tablespoons. Oh, that color's nice. So 2 tablespoons equals 1/8 of a cup. Make sure you're using your abbreviations here. Cap it, and we have a few left. Let's use black. I want to make sure I use the right end. Okay, so what you're going to do for this square, you're going to outline, oh, this one's not doing well. Let's see. This one's totally dead. It's okay, I've got a second one. Let's try that. It's not much better. Okay, so anyway, you're going to go ahead and outline one square, and then with that one square, what you'll do is you're going to split it into 3 sections. So I'm going to just go ahead and draw a Y in my square. If you want to draw 3 lines just like that, well, I guess 2 lines, you can. But this is just more visually representative for me. So I'm going to go ahead and write in 3 teaspoons. So each one of these equals a teaspoon, equals 1 tablespoon. Okay? So 3 teaspoons equals 1 tablespoon, and then I'm gonna cap it and move on to our last one. Our last one, all you've gotta do is outline that square and label it 1 tablespoon. What I'd like you to do once you've got this completely finished is with your pencil or a color you haven't used, go ahead and label it as dry measuring. The reason why you want it to be labeled dry measuring is because we're gonna flip our paper over now and we're gonna do one for wet measuring. And this is really important because we're gonna be dealing with ounces and volume on this side. Whereas this side, we're using our dry measuring cups, okay? So go ahead and flip it over, grab a new color. It doesn't have to be a color that you've used. And we are gonna go ahead and start to outline outline the whole sheet, okay? So go ahead and spend some time to outline your whole sheet, just like you did on the other side. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You can see that I'm just doing this really quickly. You can spend more time on it if you'd like. But each one of these squares is going to represent 1 liquid cup now. And so 16 cups equals 1 gallon. Make sure you're using your abbreviations. Practice with those, okay? So go ahead and cap it, and let's move on. So 1 quart. I want to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. So 1 quart is 4 cups. This one's not great either. Jeez. Should have bought some new markers a while ago for you guys. Let's try again. Not really. Okay. So anyway, outline 4 of your cups because 1 quart, I'm going to write it really big. 1 quart equals 4 cups, okay? 1 quart equals 4 cups. Now we're going to do pints. Let's use orange. Let's see. So a pint is half of a quart, so it's going to be 2 cups. So go ahead and outline your pint. And make a big label for yourself. So 1 pint equals 2 cups. If you'd like to underneath write 1 pint equals 1/2 quart, you can as well. Because either one is correct, but it's important for you to know the cup measurement. All right, let's go ahead and try pink. What I'd like you to do now is outline 1 square. Oh, and the pink is really nice. And what you need to write is 1 cup equals 8 fluid ounces. Okay, fluid ounces. This is different than regular ounces. That would be a weighted ounce. Like your steak, if it says it's 8 ounces, it's different from fluid ounces. This is a volume measurement. Okay, that's why it's got the FL there. Moving on, we just have to outline 1 last square, and that's to remind us that on this side, each one equals 1 cup, okay? And then again, with your pencil or a color that you haven't used yet, go ahead and label this one as wet measuring, so that you know this is what I'm going to use with my liquid measuring cup. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you today. I hope that this is helpful for equivalence. I highly recommend that you do this if you haven't already. Staple it into your notebook so that you have it for class.